So the next set of free PlayStation Plus games are due to be announced next week, and then a week later they're going to be free for everyone to play if you've got an active membership. Now, let's be honest, that's 2 weeks of playing the same stuff that you've kind of got sat there, and I'm sure everyone's in the same boat as me and looking for something new to play. Now, it's that time of the week where we're going to check out the PlayStation Store and see what awesome deals there are for you guys. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know why, but it feels like forever since we've actually done like a deals video, and I'm pretty excited myself to actually see what's on sale. Now, as usual though, if you want to make these games even cheaper, make sure you check out the sponsor, Instant Gaming. The link in the description will give you a bit more of a discount as well, so you can pick up your PSN credit just to get these games even cheaper. But let's check them out. Now, the first section that we're going to look at is the best sellers. There's 2 games that I'm going to go for in this section. First up, a game called Gang Beasts. Now, this game just looks absolutely hilarious. It's a multiplayer game, so you can just mess around with your friends, and it's a silly party game where pretty much you just get into a fight with your friends. There's hazardous environments, and yeah, you literally just have to try and murder each other. But literally, you just have to try and murder each other, or you can fight with your friends. And it looks pretty cool, it plays pretty cool. It's not something that you take too seriously. It is more fun if you've got people to play with. Obviously, you can just jump into it on your own, but at the same time, if you're in a party with your friends, throwing them into a meat grinder, it's gonna be hilarious. It's usually $15.99 and it's currently on sale at £8. The second one that I'm going to go for is quite an old game, but it's one of them games that you can always go back to because it's constantly getting updated with new content, new seasons, and all that kind of stuff, and it's Diablo 3 The Eternal Collection. Now, this game's usually 55 quid. It's currently on sale at £16. It is an amazing game, and again, it's one that you can play with your friends. The thing that I love about this game is you can start it as like a main campaign game where you'll play through it and literally you can stay with that character forever. Or you can do a seasonal character. So every few months they'll make a new season that'll have new events and all sorts of new cosmetics, new stuff to kind of collect. You make a seasonal character, you play through the season, run dungeons, collect loads of cosmetics and all that sort of stuff. And at the end of the season, your seasonal character transforms into a standard character, and then when a new season comes out, you kind of start the whole sequence again. But your levels get added on to the current characters that you've got. So it's not as though you're constantly just starting from zero. If you do decide to go back to just main game and not seasonal, all your characters are still getting leveled up by whatever you do in seasons. It's an amazing game. You can literally sit there and just do goblin runs, just trying to chase cosmetics, go into rainbow lands and kill a load of teddy bears. It's an awesome game and it's definitely worth a play. And for 16 quid, if you're looking for something new, it will keep you entertained for hours. Next up, games under £20. Now, there's 3 games that I'm going to go for on here, and the 3 games that I always play myself, and I absolutely love them. Either the fact of just the amount of fun you can have with other people, just messing around, or just how chilled out you can be on stuff. First one is a game called House Flipper. Now, House Flipper's actually getting a next-gen update with a load of DLC, gardening content, and all that kind of stuff. But it's pretty much a tycoon style simulator game, best way to put it. It's usually 20 quid, it's currently $11.99. So you'll start off as a character that's got a little bit of money, living in the tiniest little like shed house you can imagine, and you'll go on your laptop and get jobs, visit other people, fix things, decorate and all that kind of stuff until you've got enough money to buy a house. And that's where the House Flipper part comes in. You'll buy a trashed, rundown house that's a mess, it's disgusting, and the whole point is to clean it up, redecorate, think Sims style as well, where literally you can buy furniture, fully redo a house so it looks amazing, then sell it for profit to buy another house to carry on kind of going through it. On PC at the moment, this has got DLC where you can do the gardens as well, which is pretty cool. But either way, for $11.99, if you're into simulator stuff, it's definitely worth checking out. Second up, another similar style game, and it's a car mechanic simulator. It's usually 25 quid and it's currently £13. If you're into the same kind of style as like simulator tycoon games, but not into decorating houses, maybe this one is something for you. Similar style, you'll start off with a garage with a little bit of money and you'll start off just doing jobs. So a car will come in, you need to change the brakes, but it's so detailed that literally if you think of the car's engine, the amount of nuts and bolts it's got, that's how many nuts and bolts it's got in the game. So you literally have to fully dismantle to get to one little part to change it, and then you get to a point where you got enough money so you can go and visit a scrapyard, buy a really trashy rundown car, fully do it up, spray it, upgrade your garage and all that sort of stuff. Really cool, and it's one of them games that you can kind of just constantly go back to. If you're not interested in sitting there shooting people on the edge of your seat and you just want to play something that's dead chilled out, it's definitely one worth a play. But the final one that we're going to go for on this section is possibly one of the most stressful games you could imagine for something that looks like it'd be just so much chilled fun to play, and it's a game called Golf with Your Friends. It's usually 16 quid and it's currently £9.50, and pretty much it's a multiplayer game that you can play with up to 12 people. You can play it online with randoms, or you can play it in private lobbies with your friends, and it's miniature golf that's just crazy, to the point where some of the courses are in space with black holes that are literally doing all sorts of crazy stuff. There's bombs going off, there's everything that just makes it so stressful to the point where you literally can end up throwing your controller through the window. So be careful, this game comes with a warning. But at the same time, it is really, really fun. And for a tenner, it's one of them games that if you and your mates get on it, you can constantly just sit there and play it. It's loads and loads of fun. There's loads of different styles of courses, again, all the way from like space to deep sea to haunted mansions and all sorts. It's really cool and it's definitely worth a play. Next up, we're going to check out just the multiplayer games section. Two games that I'm going to go for, two completely different style of games as well. First up, Ark Survival Evolved. This game's pretty old, not gonna lie. It's usually 40 quid, but it's currently on sale at $7.99. It's got 3 built-in maps, possibly 4 built-in maps, not too sure. It's been a while since I played it. You can go for a load of DLC as well, but to be honest with you, the amount of time that you can play just on the 3 maps that are in this game is absolutely crazy. It starts off looking like one of them games where, yep, you're just hitting trees, picking up rocks, and gathering little bits of grass to build little grass huts to try and survive and live in and gather food and stuff. But then at the same time, there's gigantic dinosaurs that are hunting you. The more you gather, the more you kill, the more you level up, and the more you level up, the better stuff you get. So you'll start off with grass stuff, and then wood, and then stone, all the way up to metal, and then it gets into futuristic tech, where literally you can tame a T-Rex and ride around on it, and it looks like a futuristic robot dinosaur. Absolutely crazy. It's loads of fun to play. You can play it solo, you can play it local co-op with just friends and family and stuff, or you can join a server, join a tribe, and just get into a gigantic war where you'll disappear off to bed, come on the next day, and every single thing that you own has been burnt down. Yes, there is a reason why it's been a while since I played this game, but for 8 quid, it's definitely one worth a play. The second one, though, is a game called Dreams. Now, Dreams is absolutely amazing. It's usually 35 quid. It's currently £17.50. Now, the reason that I love this game is just the variety that's in it. Everything that's in this game is literally made by pretty much you guys, but at the same time, the makers of Dreams actually put their own games in it as well. So there's full-fledged games that are just beautiful, amazing, and play awesome. And then you guys make games which just absolutely crazy. Some of them great, some of them a little bit poop, not gonna lie. But at the same time, it's not just movies. People make like little short cartoons and stuff, and it's just crazy. It's weird. It's a very odd place to be, but at the same time, literally you can just put on like a scroll mode where you'll jump on a game and then press next after you played it for 5 minutes, and it'll put you into something else that's random. It's pretty cool, and it's definitely worth a play. It's got full VR mode as well, so if you've got a VR, you can play the whole thing on there with full-fledged VR games as well. And for $17.50, with the amount that you get out of this game, it's definitely worth picking up. It's one that I picked up on day one, and I've never, ever regretted it. But the final section that we're going to look at is just the standard spring sale games. Now, I'll be honest, most of the games in here are games that are actually in the other sections as well. So the ones that I wanted to mention, I already kind of talked about. So there's only one game that's kind of stood out that I haven't mentioned yet, and it's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. It's the remaster of the old games. Now, this game is beautiful, it's amazing, and it just brings back so many memories from back in the day of playing this game growing up on like the old PlayStations. Just messing around in the warehouses, seeing how many like tricks you could pull off in a row just to get your boost up, grinding on everything, and just doing some crazy stupid stuff that you didn't even think was possible in a game. And playing this literally brings it all back, apart from the point that it's fully fledged remaster and it's available for the PS5 as well. So the graphics of it just look absolutely beautiful. It's usually 40 quid. It's currently on sale at $29.99. Definitely worth having a look at. Now, again, just to kind of point out, if you're looking to make any of these games cheaper, make sure you use the sponsor Instant Gaming to get your PSN credit. The link in the description will give you a bit more of a discount, and it just makes everything that little bit cheaper because everything's like 30% off on their website usually. Again, any of the games that I've mentioned today, if you're looking for people to play with, make sure you check out the Discord. You'll see a link scrolling along at the bottom and also down in the description. But that's pretty much it for this one. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, a like would be awesome. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time.